Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So I did just upload a video about different levels of consciousness. So if you're interested, have a look at that one. It's not very long, it doesn't go into huge detail, just enough information to inform you of maybe where you are and how you what level you need to get at to grow and how it can help you. Please excuse the fluffy hair, it's currently drying. I'm trying to get this done before the baby wakes up. Okay, so what's the collective energy? I just heard a screaming feminine, feminine energy voice that said, "You said you wouldn't hurt me," but it was a scream. It's one that we've all suffered, I'm afraid, and all had to learn and grow from. They tell you they got you and they so fucking happen. Okay. So we've got light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. So this is interesting that I did just upload that video about different consciousness. This is about raising your level and how you see things and pain and lessons, and understand that you are light and you are one and you are whole and you are love. And if someone has hurt you, all that is a representation of them and how there's a void there, they're not loving themselves and they can't give love. Yeah, for some of you that have a grandparent that's passed over and is on the other side, they are helping you work through this. They're helping you when you feel broken. They're helping, and for some of you it may be in physical form in life. Maybe your grandparent is someone that you have a special bond with. Maybe you should go and talk to them if you need some loving advice. So the reason for this lesson is for you to practice making decisions that are right for you. So maybe you've been pondering on a decision whether you should just fully walk away from this person, or you should just accept that this person is how they are and move on with your life. But it's saying this whole scenario is making you practice making a decision that's great for you, but in a more logical sense. You can have listen, I was in love with someone in every format, and I still, even though he's a vile piece of shit, I don't like him, everything he shows me is horrible, but I still have love for him. And I have had to make the decision for myself that he needs to be gone away from me and his very own daughter. He's extremely toxic, extremely dark, not a nice person. That's not healthy for anyone that's around him. And that was the same lesson. It was like, I have to make this decision for me and my daughter. And then it's forgive. It's time to let go of the anger and the blame. Just work through that. If you are brilliant, then you are going to forgive. And I believe that I will. I won't forgive and be like, hey, come in, be this, be in our lives. Certainly not anytime soon, because he is just a mess. And not mature, not grown, and not a good parent. So, but as I move forward and build my new life, I go through more and more energy to forgive. I mean, I try to. There's certain things I'm not sure I can, but I'll take it in my stride. But he does just continue to show me how awful of a person he is and how he has no remorse. So it makes it harder to forgive, but I'm not forgiving for him, I'm forgiving myself, so I don't carry that energy of anger. Healer, worth waiting for. You are a healer. You have a lot of light. You need to know and understand that you are loved. You need to love yourself, and that you've got so much light internally that's waiting to break out and break free. And it's going to be worth waiting for. What you get in the end is going to be worth it. You're going to embrace this lesson and use it to create something really beautiful and really magnificent, whether it's with the person or with someone else. you're going to channel that light and literally pick up the dark and shift it and make it grow, which is really amazing. Okay, they're on these ones. Yeah, you need to nourish yourself, get to know yourself, work on loving yourself more. Some of you really need to work on being honest with yourself, like communicate clearly to yourself. Yeah, just be still and allow yourself to work through the healing. It is a process, and where we've got the family card here, so those of you that you do have real loving bonds with in your family, be with them, be around them. They will help you grow and evolve. Take walks in nature, help yourself clear your mind. Some sage rituals, just anything along that line. Maybe being around a campfire, maybe write out all the things that you're angry about and then burn it. And learn to flow. Maybe go swimming to help get your energy moving and flowing. But learn to, an emotion is just an energy, and if you hold on to it, that's what gets stuck. You need to allow it to just move through you and exit. So just allow it. Don't fight it. Like, even in regards to me, like I just said, this guy's fucking horrific. Mentally abused me all for. It's really bad what he's like, just horrific what he's like in so many ways, right? But even though he continues to do things, like I don't fight the things that come through when I have real like urges of anger, because I think about something that like he allowed to happen, or he allowed, you know, his ex to talk publicly on his Facebook profile like horribly about me, and allowed that, but then would come home to me and kiss me and tell me he loved me, right? So I'll get an anger surge, but I allow it to come up, feel it, and then I just remember I'm an amazing person, and what him and his ex have got to say is not who I am, and that doesn't, it's whatever, and then it passed through me. The same as I get things that come up, and it'll be a loving, not a memory, because I had to shift and realise that a lot of the memories aren't real, but it's an energy of, I feel love. I allow it to just go, I do have love for him, and that's okay. What he did to me is not okay, but I can have that moment of loving energy, and then I can release it. It's just an energy. Let it pass through. Let it pass through. Don't fight it. When you fight it, it just builds up like a pressure cooker, and then you end up exploding in lots of different ways. And that comes out in lots of different formats. In about a year from now, things are going to be very different. You're going to be very stable. Like energetically, yeah, wait. You've just got to bide your time. Wait. Stop perfect timing. I think you keep demanding and pushing and wanting things to happen a certain way, and you're saying no. Wait, we've got this under control, it's all under divine timing, and then yes, we can move, we can shift once you're balanced. Within the next few months you are going to be balanced. Make sure you're not getting help from tons and tons of people, you're not just talking to tons and tons of people, because that's just too many energies. Like I said, if there's one set person in your family, like a grandparent or a mum or a dad or a sibling, cousin, anything, talk to them if you have a very strong bond and they're very, you know, open and more high vibrational. Yeah, it's time for, reason for this time is for you to get more information and learn more about yourself, so you can create this abundance that's coming in for you, that in a year's time you will have. Look out for signs. They're giving you like nudges and signs and what to head towards. Just let go of the control. It's not the right time for you to deal with this person or situation. It's time for you to create some kind of new abundance, and that's where your focus needs to be. And then this will come loop back around when it's the right time to be dealt with. Okay, third eye. So what I see is you kind of have done work on your own foundation, but there's someone here that you do have great love for, and you're watching them, and they're like building their own foundation, but they're like quite behind compared to you. Like, you've built a lot, done a lot of work here, and they're just only just like they've been doing it a little bit, but they're very behind. Like, they're nowhere near as up to the scratch of what you have. You've dug holes, laid foundations, built on top of it, and have decorated. Like, and they are at the point of just digging their hole in the dirt before they can lay a solid cement and then start building on top of it, right? So they're digging their hole still. And you've kind of been at a pause. You've been stopping, just looking at them. You look very sad. Like, you're just like, because you have a lot of love that you wanted to give this person, but this person is just not on the same page as you. And that's probably shown in actions and things that they've done and said to you. So this person is being stroppy. They're digging their hole, and you're watching, and then they're like, what? Why are you just watching me? And you're like, you don't talk. You just, you start trying to push forward. So you start picking things up, and like I said, you've decorated, but it feels like you're now at the point in this home that you've built that you're starting to buy things and put shelves up. Does that make sense? And you're putting units in and putting little trinkets here and there, and in these rooms and whatever. So so what I see then is you're slowly, shut up. You're slowly like putting a shelf up, and then you stop and you look out through the window, and you're just sad. And then you're on a slow pace, but you're moving, but it's slow because you're sad. So this, like I said, you was outside before when you was watching and sad, and they were like, why are you just watching me? Now, it's really weird because I see the stroppiness that's coming from this person, but it's their own projection of they're just annoyed at themselves because they're so behind in life, and they're actually a bit jealous of you and everything you've done for yourself, but rather than just being open, expressive and proud of you, they snap and project their anger because they're disappointed in themselves. But it comes out and at you for some reason. It's just pure projection. So even though I get the snapping at you, and then you go in and you go away and you just slowly move and start doing your stuff, when they turn their back after saying that, digging their hole, I can see them just like, oh, because they know, oh, it came in and went out quick. I feel the emotion in the heart, and I went to well up, but it came out. It came in and went out. I can feel them like sad, and they are annoyed with themselves because it's like, why am I just always horrible to them? Why? Like, because you've now gone inside. So you were outside sad looking at them, and then they were horrible, so you've gone inside and shut the door, but you still look through the window, but they can't see that, and you're not just staring now, you're not at a full stagnant, like a full pause, you are moving slowly. And then it's like they're annoyed with themselves because it's like, why did I do that? Like, I liked the fact that they were there, and now I can't even see them. Like, why did I do that? Now I literally can't see them. And now they're at a slower pace because they're annoyed and they're sad because you're even at more of a distance. So you're moving and whatever, like I said, you're doing things, and you're sitting and you're watching some TV, and then you're going and working on another room and building a foundation in that way, and then as you'll walk past the window, you'll have a look, and you don't look for too long because it makes you sad because this person, you're pretty convinced this person just, has no remorse, no emotion towards you, and just it's caused you a lot of pain. So you only stop for a brief moment, and then you always push to carry on because there's no point. This person doesn't want you around, doesn't want you to, that's what you think. So as time goes on, this person's dug the hole is done. They feel a bit of an achievement. They have this moment where they get up, it's quite dark, I'm seeing it's night, so you're asleep in bed, but they've dug the hole deep enough, it's solid enough for them to put the cement in, and they jump up and they're like, I finally dug it, and then their natural instinct is to look up at you, but you're not there. You're not there. And then it hits them, the realisation. You're not there because they told you not to be there, time after time. They can't come and bang on your door because of everything and how they've made the connection. So they just have to rest for the night, I see that it starts raining, which is causing problems in the hole that they've thought they've just kind of reached a point. So that's karma. So they, just when they thought the hole was dark and secure, ready to put the cement in, it pours with rain and it starts filling up with water, and that's making the mud all slippery and wet. So therefore, it's like he's got to get back, he or she, but I see it as a masculine energy, he's got to get back in there, fish out the water, make it solid again. That's the karma that's karma for how they've treated the viewer, the person watching, I feel. But take the energies out, resonates. It feels like that's the masculine energy that's been trying to dig a hole, and the feminine energy is the one in the house. But yeah, so then it's like now the masculine is fuming again. And then the sun comes out, things are better, but their hole's a bit of a mess. It's nowhere near as like, oh, the whole of the digging was a waste of time, but it just means there's some extra work now to get it secure again. So you, feminine, come out your house like, oh, the sun's out, like happy that the sun's out and whatever, and you say something and you just get a dirty look off the masculine, and you're like, because you don't know, you've been in bed in your house trying to stay away, and you don't know that they completed their hole and looked for you, and then you weren't there, and then it poured with rain, and now they're sad because they've got to do some more work and they thought they'd done the work. So once again, the masculine hasn't learned his lesson with his projection. So if he's horrible to you and you're like, so instead of it breaking your heart, it still makes you sad, but you just, whatever, I just have to stay the fuck away from you and not speak to you, not look at you. Okay, that's fine. So you start, you go to the shops and you start coming back and you don't even look. It's like the masculine's not there, because bear in mind how I'm seeing it is you've got the hole and then you've got a bit of grass and then the house is here, like you're very close to each other. So you just make a point of, I'm not even going to look. It's like I'm going to just act as if the masculine is not even there. So you're living your life, you're on a faster pace now, you just go to the shops, pick up your shopping, coming back, walking through the door, you don't even. And after, like at first, the masculine's like, whatever, just focus on the whole. But then the masculine starts, oh my God, this vision's just getting longer and longer. I hope you guys don't mind. I can feel it all coming in. Then the masculine starts really not liking the fact that you're just, because he's seeing you coming out, doing this, doing things, planting plants, hanging things up. But it's like he's not even there and he doesn't like it. His hole keeps just filling up with water because there's something he doesn't realise that you need to do with this hole. There's like, you need to put like, I'm just seeing like some wood around the corner to stabilise it, and then a layer of a different material before you can then, and that'll help it to hold, because it keeps just getting wet and slipping and sliding and sinking. So you can't get the structure, no matter how hard this masculine's trying. And that he's got no choice, he's going to have to ask the feminine. But he doesn't want to because his ego is pure. Just like, my feminine's not even been looking at you. The feminine's not really looking at you because you told the feminine to stay the fuck away from you. Like, oh God, people's ego. So he has to, so I get the feminine, I can't tell if the feminine's either coming in or going out. I think she's going out and going to lock her door, and the masculine says her name. She has to stop for a minute, like, did I just hear that? Because I think the feminine trained herself so hard to forget that they were there, that they actually started to forget that they were there. And the feminine turns around, the masculine is absolutely covered in, like, just a wreck. Tired, exhausted, covered in dirt, like, sloppy. And the feminine's actually shocked, like, oh my God, because she didn't have to get in that much of a mess to stabilise herself. She trusted her intuition. She got dirty, but not like this. This is like another level. And it's also something she's never seen before. She's like, what the fuck? So now she's being stubborn. It's like, because the masculine is like, I can't figure it out. Like, I've been here for weeks, a month, or whatever, months, and I can't get this to stop filling with water and sliding. Like, I can't get it to stop sinking. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. And the feminine's just looking at him like, doesn't speak, isn't sure whether she should help. She doesn't say anything. She goes to like get in a car, I think, sits there and goes to drive off, and then she's like, oh. Because unfortunately, no matter all of the horrible shit that this masculine's done, this feminine is too much of a good person to just not offer the help that's needed. But she's not getting in there and getting dirty. So she comes back, she goes, you need this, this and this for the edge, and you have to do a layer of this. And the masculine's like a little kid that's just been in trouble, like, okay, thank you. So then she carries on about her shit, ignores, in and out, da 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 da, cracking on with life. And the masculine's starting to notice that this structure's actually feeling a lot fucking solid now that he's putting this wood in that's from a tree around the edge, and now he's making this mixture of whatever it is to go around the edge, and it locks in. And then once it's dry, he's got the hole, this big hole that is ready to have cement poured in, to dry, to then build his foundation and home on top of that. So it was great. I feel like even though it was work and this masculine was tired, he managed to get that bit done quite quick after she offered the information. And he's happy. He's happy it's finally there, like, okay, like I got this, like, I just let this bit dry out now, and then I can fill it with cement and I can really begin the shift of my life. So, of course, he's got to wait for this stuff to dry before he can put the cement in, and he's kind of just perched up. He's very dirty. The dirt's drying off so he can rub it off, but he's pretty dirty. And he sees how fresh and glowing that the feminine is. She comes in and out of his home, and he begins to get really sad. And I think the thing is, he was distracting himself with trying to get this foundation laid and get this hole built, but now that he's got no choice than to wait a few days for this to dry, all he can do is sit there and watch the feminine. No choice. And he's got nothing else he can distract himself with. And the pain is getting harder to hide the sadness. And this masculine is beginning to have a lot of realizations about how amazing this person really is and was, how the feminine didn't need to offer that information, but she did show compassion, even though this masculine has never shown an ounce of compassion towards her, the feminine. It feels like it's coming to an end, so this maybe is whereabouts you are in the connection, or soon to be, or whatever, but this vision feels like it's coming to an end. And I think it's basically nearly dried, and the feminine comes out of her house and she sees that he's managed it. She just kind of gives him a nod, like, and just, because she's learned, don't talk, try not to look, it's not worth it. I only get hurt if I do. I just get pain, I just get scrutinised, I just get hurt. So stay away. So that's where I feel it's kind of ending. So I'm going to try and shift the vision to see what comes, because I feel like this is where it's present or coming to present. And I'm going to shift and see what I can see coming in for the future, but I feel like there needs to be a gap between those two visions, because if I can push for the next layer of this vision, that's going to be what's going to happen. We're not there yet, but what's going to happen. So the masculine is going to fill the hole with cement and begin the process. I see him filling the cement up in this fucking hole, and then it dries, so he does that bit of work. Still no speaking to the feminine, but he's very sad. So this is where there's going to be a jolt. The feminine thinks he's happy. He's got his first big start of his foundation, and he's going to build a new home life without her. That's what she feels. And she's sad, really sad. I'm currently trying not to let this energy of tears get too much. She thinks, I'm just seeing, so he's got the cement that's dried, and then he's bought 2 big plant pots either side that have got like big plants, you know, like you'd have like outside the entry to the door or the house or whatever. And she thinks they're really nice. She doesn't say anything, but she's getting anxious because she's petrified that she's going to have to witness another feminine. That he's going to get another feminine. Oh, the energy. Don't like. Well, don't not. It's not nice because I can feel her pain. Oh. She's really scared that she's going to have to. She's going to have to see this and watch it. And she's now trying to mentally prepare herself for the fact that if he gets another feminine, she can't watch that. And she's going to have to relocate and build a new foundation for herself. She's petrified. What she doesn't know is that actually the masculine is just seeing more light. The more he feels happier, the more he's growing and evolving and building his foundation. He's actually seeing more light and realising that she's the only person he wants, and he's building this to show her, but she's petrified that he's building this to prepare or to be or show someone else. So that's it. They're not showing me, because I feel that can then branch into many different. Oh, I've actually got it here. That was intense. Yeah, I think then that's going to show in different ways in how that next bit plays out. Obviously later on we'll find this energy, I'm sure, and it will come through. But at least, you know, if this all resonates for you, I know my visions are quite cryptic, but I hope you can grasp the kind of storyline there. Because it makes clear sense to me and I actually understand it, but I don't know if that's just because I'm the one that's channeling it. Yeah, hopefully, well, not hopefully, I feel the feminine's doing amazingly well, and so is the masculine, really. And it feels like there's just work to do, and there's fears to work through on both parts, but hopefully that can play out and in a really nice loving format, whether they end up back together or they just end up, you know, being happy for each other. But I feel the fear in the feminine coming, or wherever you are in that, but it's not quite the case. And I think the feminine's doing the right thing, which is just focus on herself and stay back and just do her, because the reality being, if the masculine wants her, it's great that he's showing laying the foundation, but he's going to have to come and get her. You know, he's going to have to communicate. He's going to have to be open and honest. And if he isn't, then he is going to lose her fully. Because she certainly isn't waiting around anymore. Like I said, she's considering if he's, you know, building this or going to create with a new feminine, I'm gone. I'm going to literally take my bag and I'm going to leave this whole foundation and house and I'm going to go build a new one. Which is very good energy as well. It's just fighting for her fears and she's got a plan. So well done. Well done. Please like and subscribe. It really helps energy to grow and it helps us to connect, so more of my visions will resonate. More of my readings will resonate. All visions will resonate with you. If you're interested in private reading, info's in the box down below. And in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.